A little bit, I'm not surprised. I'm concerned about this one. We've had many correctional officers, police officers, sheriff deputies, FBI, CIA, people call us before about really toxic environments and some of the conditions they have to work in, and I understand it. And this has gotten very political, and it's having an effect. Law enforcement officers are leaving their jobs at rates we've never seen before. This from the National Fraternal Order of Police President Patrick Yose. Recently speaking, it was just earlier this week at the Faith and Blue Conference in Washington, D.C. He said, I want to signal a crisis. Some departments are seeing decreases by as many as 100 members compared to the same time last year. When asked about retention and recruitment of law enforcement officers on Tuesday at the same event, the Reverend Markel Hutchins, who was the event's lead organizer and Movement Forward CEO, said law enforcement agencies will not be able to recruit or retain or attract new talent if police officers continue to have to work under the circumstances and situations they're working under now. He went on to say the stresses and the anxiety that's caused by the tensions that we've seen have driven the law enforcement professionals away. He said there is no way to reduce crime and there's no way to attract new talent in law enforcement if we don't change the discussion and shift the narrative again away from points of conversation that divide us. Now, let me also say that in no way am I overlooking and trying to get involved in the fact that there have been horrific and incredibly wrong actions taken by police officers who are either bad apples or did not handle a crisis the way that they were trained to do it, or maybe they handled it the way they were trained to do it and things got out of hand. They are humans. To err is human. But the fact of the matter is, while those horrific and very culture-dividing actions have taken place, that does not mean that every police officer or the majority of police officers are bad women and bad men, because we all know in the heart of our hearts, in the quiet place where we're not surrounded by volatile political conversation, that is in fact true. Sheriff Dennis Lemma, who's president of the Major County Sheriffs of America, called the issue one of the most significant challenges that we have right now. He went on to say, as fundamental as you can put it, and this I believe to be true. As fundamental as you could put it, he said, people are attracted to this business because they have a heart to serve. And they want love and appreciation from the recipients of that service. And when there's a false narrative out there in many regards, a radical narrative that wants to defund the police or allowing cities across the country to engage in total lawlessness, your good, quality police officers will find a different way to serve. They'll go to the military, they'll serve in the church, they'll serve in the fire department, they will find another calling. He is right. I believe that the majority of men and women who sign up to be law enforcement officers do so not out of hate, but out of love. They do so because they want to protect. They do so because they want to serve. And for all these cities that got real woke and political and decided to defund in some cases, or essentially signal to bad people that you can do whatever you want to do, we're not going to crack down on you. Well, those views have changed rather rapidly. Go do your own research on Minneapolis, go do your own research on Seattle, go do your own research on New York, and you make your own conclusions. You don't need me to tell you what to believe. Just go do your homework. But the fact of the matter is there are good men and women who want to protect you and your family and want to protect me and my family and would put their life on the line to do so. And just like we are seeing teachers and principals being driven out of the industry, we're seeing good men and women who want to serve and protect the public leave. Folks, this is a big-time crisis, and we the people can have a voice and do something on behalf of these people. We have got to make conditions better for law enforcement officers. We have got to make conditions better for teachers and principals. Good night. What are we doing, America?